Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, folks, LeBron James isn't playing in the All-Star game. What a surprise. Wants to make this about himself, right? He wants to make this whole All-Star game about him. And, you know, the truth will come out tomorrow. Well, not the real truth, but his real truth will probably come out next week in, you know, the LeBron camp. And, you know, sources say, I won't be surprised. I don't know 100%, but I wouldn't be surprised if all these sources come out on Fox and ESPN and Clutch, and you know how they do it. They're going to say he didn't want to play because, you know, deep down inside, he didn't approve of the whole All-Star game format. But he didn't really want to say nothing about it, so he didn't, you know, feel comfortable about having a voice about it. So he, you know, this is why he didn't play in it, because he doesn't really approve of the way, you know, the All-Star game has moved to this tournament. Well, let's talk about the real reason why he didn't play, or he's not going to play. And this is the real reason, folks. You know, they broke this thing up in teams. And we can see Chuck's global stars. Look at this team. SGA, Joker, Donovan Mitchell, who is this guy? Sengun, Karl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, and Trae Young. And who is this? I forget this guy's name. But when you go to LeBron's team, and you got the OGs, which is Shaq's team, it's not a bad team. It's Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Curry, of course LeBron, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. Now, what it is, I think he knows he's going to get beat by this team, the global stars. I think these guys are going to get beat. And on paper, yes, it looks like a good team. But Siakam? Siakam was on the global stars. So SGA, Joker, Donovan Mitchell, Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, and Trae Young. And look, I'm not trying to say this ain't a good team, but on paper, it's a little bit more than what it is. A lot of these guys are old. I think this is going to be like more of a selfish team. I don't think they'll be able to gel as far as like fundamentals. I just don't think they'll win. Yeah, so again, it's Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie, LeBron, Dame Lillard, and Jason Tatum. Let me see. And to me, that would really be the finals, because these other teams are I'm not going to say trash, but Kenny's young stars, Jalen Brunson, Kate Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, Jalen Williams, and then you got your Candace Parker, rising stars. I guess they're from the G League or whatever. Let me see. No, I think they're a mix from the G League in the. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, they're a mix from the G League and the NBA. But yeah, I don't see that young stars. I don't see them winning. They're gonna get smoked. So it's gonna come down to, like I said, the global stars and the OGs. And I think LeBron knows he's gonna lose. They're not gonna win that game. So he don't he don't want to be involved in it. I'm trying to tell you folks. And when we look at this format right here, I posted this on my community page earlier. This is for all this to match up, for all these names to match up, folks. I'm serious. For all these names to match up in the name of the teams to match up to the players, all this was pre-decided a long time ago. I'm serious. All this was pre-decided a long time ago. That's why you got a lot of guys in this All-Star game who shouldn't even be in this All-Star game. Yep. I'm trying to tell you, there's no reason for a lot of these guys, these older players, like, you know, some people say LeBron should be in there. Steph Curry definitely shouldn't be in there. He ain't really having that great season like that. James Harden shouldn't be in there. Yeah, but when you look at these names, you got Kenny's young All-Stars, Chuck's global stars, Shaq's OGs, and Candace Parker's rising stars. And what I mean, the name of each team, or the names of each team, it's just a coincidence that all these players match up to the teams. What I'm trying to say is, all this stuff is scripted, folks. All this stuff is straight scripted. There's no other way to say it, man. The NBA is scripted. All this stuff is scripted. And to me, I think they already knew You know, I try to tell you guys, if you come to the reality that voting ain't real in politics, you can't believe any of this stuff is real either. You can't believe it. Now, just like in voting, you get your popular vote that is a feel-good vote, and then the people who vote the president in, they get the electoral college. That's the vote that votes the president in, not the popular vote. That's the popular vote is for the citizens. That's just a feel-good vote. See where you at. That's it. So to me, I think this is the same thing with the NBA. The fans get like a feel-good vote in the especially now. It's a joke. And then the whoever it is behind the scenes in the NBA, they vote the players in. You could tell by some of these names that are in here, right? As far as a lot of guys who shouldn't be in here. They're just getting in off of popularity and them trying to, sell the All-Star weekend. I think LeBron James got a lot of criticism. Let's see if he's going to be at the game. I don't see why not. I think he should be at the game, but he's been getting a lot of criticism that Plumber won a three-peat in his era. He never participated even one time. And look, he don't even have to participate even one. They asked him at the presser, was he going to participate next year? I'm like, this is year 22. Why would he participate? We won't expect this guy to participate in year 20, 21, 22, 19, 18. This was something for when he first came into the NBA, when he was young. That's it. Not out of his prime, because, we figure, out of his prime somewhere around 2016 or something like that. Totally out of his prime. But, probably no later than the 2000s. That's it. Can't go past the 2000s. It's a young man's game and stuff like that. He didn't partake. The problem is, with this era, they've been, advertising it as the most athletic era of all time, but it's clearly not. And we talked about this before. Their athleticism has waned and went away because these guys have first of all, they don't even go into the weight room to make their body stronger. Second of all, they sit around and shoot threes all game. So their athleticism is basic at best for being basketball players. They're not really great athletes like that. And this is 2025. They're supposed to be way more athletic than the guys of the 210s, the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s. They're not, folks. You see that the dunk contest last night? No, folks. Nope. They're not. Even the guy from the Spurs, Castle. Come on, man. We were just impressed by that because it's been so bad. It's been so bad. But, his dunks ain't even like top 100 in the dunk contest. This is how bad it is, folks. Dudes were at the park. Dudes were playing basketball, trying to get athletic as hell back in the day. See how high they can jump. See how they can do crazy dunks. All this stuff, folks. So we won't get too deep into that. But, he's taking a lot of heat on social media for not showing up to that dunk contest, for him not ever winning a dunk contest or participating. And he had no reason not to show up last night for those fans. He had no reason at all. LeBron James had no reason. I didn't see none of these guys. SGA, LeBron, Joker, Luka, Kyrie. I didn't see a lot of these guys. And this is the disrespect to the NBA fans. It really is. Like I said, back in the day, we had all the stars, all the faces of the league that were playing. Not only that, we had a lot of the stars from the previous era. So if it was the 90s, it was loaded with 80s guys that was no longer playing, that played, maybe they played from the 70s to the 80s, but they're not playing no more. So we would have like a lot of those guys, but definitely the face of the leagues, whoever played in the 90s, the Larry Johnsons and the Alonzo Mournings and the, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippens, and, Karl Malones and John Starr. Everybody showed up, man. Everybody showed up to that Saturday, to the 3-point contest, to the dunk contest, all this stuff like that, just to show love to the fans. And we say, how can these guys even show love to the fans in the All-Star Saturday weekend when they don't even show up to games? So they don't even give a damn about the fans. And LeBron was in that little presser, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. Every time he does a presser, he's all like coughing and sniffling and making all kind of noise, can't stay still, scratching his face. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? He looks, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say that, whatever. But he can't even stay still and just answer some questions. He's scratching and sniffing and itching and the whole damn time. And he's up there talking about, the game, since he got in, it got better. I'm like, oh my God, this guy, he's a total fool, man. And we'll see how this goes tonight. I think the up and coming, I forget what they're called, the team with Anthony Edwards, they're going to make fools out of themselves. And it might be better that he's not playing, because it gives a chance for the OGs to play their style of game. You got to remember, if this guy plays, they're going to feel like obligated to get him involved. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be waiting to see what he's going to do. You know, he's what it is. He'll get exposed because he's not playing. He's playing international guys, but he's not playing a whole team full of international plumbers who aren't NBA players. You know, when he was playing against Joker, or when he was playing against Wemby, or when he was playing against slow-footed Rudy Gobert in the Olympics. See, he got away with that because that's all they had on those teams. One player with Joker, that was a great player, and two players with Wemby and the other guys, slow-footed Rudy Gobert on the other team. So now he plays a whole team full of international players. You in trouble now. This is like, 5-on-5, whatever it is, 8-on-8. You're in trouble now. It's not an East versus West, and it puts a little bit more pressure on your shoulder because it's a real tournament. It's like a playoff. Matter of fact, I kind of like this. I kind of like this because it's fair. Now we can see what will happen is, and this is one of the other reasons too, right? He's going to get exposed because he's playing with his good team versus another good team. And now he has to play up to a standard because everybody on his team is good, right? So if he's not doing his thing, he's breaking it up, he's not playing defense, turning the ball over, and the other good guys on his team ain't doing that. Ooh, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb, and he ain't got nobody to blame. He ain't got nobody to blame, folks. So we'll probably talk about this tomorrow. So this is another big reason why he bailed out, because he was going to get exposed in front of everybody. He's going to get exposed. He's going to stick out like a sore thumb. They basically already got a bye because the first team that was going to play was going to be the who was it? The Up and Rising Stars or whatever like that, the weakest team. So he was going to go straight to the finals, basically. But once he got there, he was probably going to end up playing those international players. He was going to get exposed. He was going to get smoked. And if he didn't get smoked, he was going to get exposed of him being the weakest link. So that's just how it is, folks. He ain't playing international, a team full of international plumbers in the Olympics while he's playing with his dream team squad. He's playing with good guys, and he's going to get exposed. So I just want to put that out there. He's trying to make this whole weekend about him, and this is probably going to be the lie tomorrow. Oh, I didn't approve of it. That's why, that's why LeBron didn't play. He didn't like the format. This ain't the old format. He don't approve of it. That's why he didn't want to play. Nope, he didn't want to play because he was going to get exposed. Yep, when he go against some international players, he was going to get exposed. So if they lost, they would see him breaking it up. Like I said, turnover ball, not playing defense, he was going to get exposed because, like I said, there's nobody else to blame. Everybody on this team, you got, Kevin Durant, Curry. Who else was on that team? Harden. Let me see if I can pull this up. So yeah, Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, and Jason Tatum. So like I said, most of these guys are, I would say all of them are more skilled than LeBron James. Either handling the ball, shooting the ball. I wouldn't say defense really. There's really no defense on here. This is crazy, right? Where's their center at? Woof. So you got Joker on the other team. He's the center. And then you got Siakam. I think he's a center. Karl Anthony Towns a center. Joel Embiid a center. I mean, it was going to get exposed. I mean, they don't play traditional center, but I mean, they would still get exposed. Who's going to go get boards on this team? Look, that's probably what he was looking at too. You got Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie, LeBron James, Dame Lillard. Who's going to get boards and who's going to play defense? Only people I see playing defense on this team is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, that's it. Tatum to a low level degree. That's about it. Ain't nobody on this team playing defense. There's no inside presence. Oh, they would get abused, folks. Yeah, the Kenny Young stars are going to get abused because they got to play the international players first with Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Garland, Tyler Hero, Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, Jalen Williams. But yeah, this is who the OGs were going to play. They were going to play the rising stars. What a joke. Castle, Dunn, Edie, George. I never heard like a lot of these guys. Dalton Connects, he's on there. Jalen Wells, Amen Thompson. I mean, this is who the OGs have to play. This is crazy, folks. This is crazy. This is crazy. You gotta play a bunch of money. And like I said, all this stuff, it's premeditated. You can't try to tell me it ain't. To get all these names on a certain team, and to get the names of these teams to be what they are, man, this had to be pre-selected a long time ago, folks. Scripted. But yeah, LeBron James broke out the script, and he don't want to get embarrassed because SGA, Joker, Donovan Mitchell, all these guys, Karl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, Trae Young, they was going to embarrass these guys. But look, I do give them a better chance without LeBron James. Like I said, because they don't have to sit there and wait and see this guy's going to play defense, he's going to turn over, all this stuff. He's just in the way, man. He's just in the way. So tell me what you think.